Welcome to Business Bytes. The JSE closed the day up by 1.28% at 27,371 points. We spoke to Nick Kunz, head of dealing at BJM Private Client Services, looking at today's trade.
Had such a run last year, and also huge milestones. Jumped into the top 40. Certainly one of the index trackers had to buy it as well. I actually don't think it's too overpriced. It's trading at a PE of about 8. Not too demanding. It's a little bit off its highs, but some encouraging reports coming out. You know, the UK operations seem to be turning around. They mentioned they benefited from the whole buying down scenario. I think if it wasn't for such a strong rand and some of the currencies, I think the results have been a lot better.
The Nigerian market ended the day marginally up at 23,017 points. We spoke to Jude Fujoku, Managing Director at Thaddeus Investment, looking at today's trade.
Play between supply and demand is about equal, and that's really what's causing the marginal gains. I think some of the gainers have the higher capitalization, and that's why we have these marginal gains. If not, would have been a marginal loss. Also, the January effect has waned off. And now we're seeing the cautious optimism, which is what I was expecting to happen in January. People are hopeful, but they're also watching events, both in the economy, in political arena, and on companies' operations.
The NSE 20 ended the day up by 1% at 3,657 points. We spoke to Eric Musau of Renaissance Capital, looking at today's trade.
Basically investors are very keen on buying into the stock because of the dividend. And on that, basically, it did give out a very generous dividend, about 100% of what it earned. But earnings were down about 13%, which I think was negative on the stock. They attributed that to a one-off reorganization charge. But overall, I think investors would be pleased. But I guess the enthusiasm that investors had today will probably be watered down tomorrow, and we might see the stock coming down off somewhat tomorrow.
For more news and videos, go to abndigital.com.